Hello guys, welcome to Bugs in Code. The problem that I'm going to explain today is find anagrams in linked list. But before that, if you are new here and a person who likes stuff related to coding, then you can subscribe my channel so that you never miss out an update. So let's get started. Here's the problem statement, and it says that given a linked list of characters and a string s, return all the anagrams of the string present in the given linked list. Okay, in case of overlapping anagrams, choose the first anagram from the left. Okay, so one example is also given here, but before that, let me explain you what exactly is an anagram. Okay, so I'm going to take a two string, that is heart and earth. So an anagram is something like anagrams are those strings which have a equal length, equal number of distinct characters, and equal frequency of each characters. Like here you can see that H is occurring one time, T is occurring one time, E is occurring one time, R is occurring one time, and A is occurring one time. Okay, so here we have five distinct characters and each have frequency 1, and the length of both the string are equal, which is 5. So these are the condition for two strings being an anagram. The only difference between two anagram strings is the arrangement of characters. Like if I change the arrangement of character in, like I have car, and I can make it like RAC, just changing the occurrence arrangement of characters. So these two are anagrams as well. I have to find all the anagrams of this particular string BAC in this given linked list. Okay, so I can see that this ABC is something which is the anagram of BAC. So I'm going to store this ABC in my output list. After that, this BCA is something which is also an anagram of BAC, but this BCA is something which is overlapping with ABC. So in these cases, this statement is written for these cases. Like if I have overlapping anagrams, that I'm going to consider only the first anagram, and I'm like going to ignore all the rest anagrams. So first is ABC. I have already stored that. After that, in the whole list, I can see that this BCA is something which is also the anagram of BAC. So I'm going to store this BCA here. So this is something which is going to be my output, and it is stored in an output list. So I have to return a list of nodes which is having a different list. Okay. Now I hope you guys got the clear understanding of the problem statement, and let me just now move to the solution. Okay, so I'm going to write a solution. I'm going to take the same example. The example is string equals to BAC, and one list is A, B, C, A, D, B, C, A. This is my list. This is a linked list. So before, okay, let me explain first how to check anagrams. Check anagrams. This is something which is an important concept used in various different problems, and even I'm going to store the same concept in order to solve this problem, and it's even obvious because we are going to check anagram in this linked list. So how to check anagram? If I have a string which is heart and I have another string which is earth, so my first step will be to check whether their length are equal or not. So if length not equal, lengths not equal, then I'm simply going to return false. Else I'm going to store this heart in a map, and I'm going to this map is actually the frequency map which store the frequency of each character. And after that I have earth, and I'm going to store this as well in map 2, and this is map 1. So I have stored all the characters in map 2. So in order to be anagram, the map 1 and map 2 should be equal. So map 1 double equals to map 2 or not. This is something which is going to tell me whether they are anagrams or not, because if there is any character which have a frequency larger, or if there is any character which is not present in one of these strings, so in that case I'm going to return false. Now I'm going to use the same concept here. Here my first step will be to store this s in a map. So I will store this string s in a map, which gives me a equals to like a1, b1, and c1. After that, I'm going to have two pointers approach because this is something which is based on sliding window. For every window of size 3, because this string has size 3, so for every window of size 3, I'm going to check whether this is an anagram or not. Like ABC, this is an anagram. BCA, this is also an anagram. CAD, this is also an anagram. ADB, no. DBC, no. And BCA, yes. So this is how I am going to check. But of course, we are going to take some step when I have found anagram, or I have to take another steps, like if the particular string is not an anagram. What to do? I am going to have two pointers I and j. Let me remove these things. Okay, so I'm going to have two pointers I and j. Let me write I and j here. So if like in order, like you can see that for this my window size is not something which is equal to the size 3, so I'm going to increase the value of j, and I'm going to have a map which is current map. This is going to store the like frequency of each character in the current window. So my current window is a, and now I'm pointing to b, so I have stored like a here. After that, I'm at b, so this window is also this, this is not something which is equal to the current window size. I'm going to increase a, increase j, so I'm going to store this b as well, like b1. After that, I'm at this particular size C. So at this point, I found that my window size is something which is equal to the size of this string. So what to do then? Okay, so let me write the observation. If like window size is smaller, in that case, I will increase my j. Increase simply j, isn't it? After that, if my window size become equal, like in else case, you can see that window size is equal, but c is something which is not stored yet. So first of all, store like what I will write list of j in current map. After that, I have stored c here. Now my map size is something which is equal to this particular thing. So I'm going to check whether my map and current map are equal or not. So if current map is like double equal to map, then I have to do something else. I have to do something else. Else what I am going to do? Like if my maps and current map are not equal, then I'm simply going to shift my window. Then shift window. I'm not telling you this time. Currently, I'm not going to tell you how to shift the window because this is not something we are going to solve for array. But let me explain you. So this is for an array, and it's quite simple. But let me explain you the same for a linked list because we are given a linked list. So for a linked list, like A B C A D B C A, this is something which we are given. So I'm going to have two pointers. Like this time, I will have start and end. No doubt, because like this is a linked list, so linked list is going to have like nodes. So this is going to be type node, type node. So this is currently denoting the current node, and the problem with the linked list is we can't move to the back index. It is actually a singly linked list. So in this linked list we can't come back. So I need one more variable which is I, and which is going to like represent the current index. So this is the one thing which is going to act as a single unit, single encapsulated unit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these two like mm, each with each other. Like these two will be associated with each other. When I will move st, then I will move, and when I will move like j, then this end will also move. So initially we can see that the window size is not something which is equal. Initially I0 and j is also equal to 0. So initially window size is not equal. I'm going to increase my j, so now my j will come to and j. How to increase j? uh, in order to increase this whole thing, we are going to write and equals to and dot next, and along with this we are going to do j plus plus. So now my j will come to this point. After that, window size is not again equal, but along with this we are obviously have going to have a current map, and we have a map which is for the string like a1, b1 and c1. Now what we are going to do is we are going to again increase the value of this j, and we are going to store the b as well. So my map will have a1, b1, and now I'm at this point. So my window size is something which become equal to like the given string bac. So what to do now? Simply I'm first going to store this value, like store like the current character, store and dot data. And dot data is of type character, so end of data is going to be stored in like map. So after that I'm going to check whether current map is equal to uh, map or not, map of string or not. If this is equal, if this is equal, now I'm going to write something important. If this is equal, what to do then? If current map and map are equal, then simply first step I will do is answer dot add start. Start is something which is or start pointer, because you can see that this abc and this abc, these map are matching. So I will store this a to my answer, because this a is something with the starting point of this list. After that I'm going to make the next of this c as null. Why? Because I want to exclude this list from this particular head. So now this head will something which is pointing to the list abc, and after that it is going to have null. So I'm going to have like and dot next equal to null. After that I'm going to make my start as like this point end dot next, and like end is going to at end dot next, but end dot next we have already made equal to null, so we need to store the next somewhere. So my next is going to have like I'm going to have a next which is storing end dot next. After that my end and start like end will become equal to next, and start will become equal to next. So when I'm completed at this point, then I'm going to move my start as st comma I and end comma I. So the problem has become something to find to solve for this particular list. So this can be recursive solution as well, but I'm also going to write the iterative solution. Why am moving like if I have found the values ABC here, so why instead of moving to this point I'm moving at this point my start? Because we have to exclude all the overlapping interval like all the overlapping anagrams. So any anagram which is going to start from this B and C will overlap with a this ABC. So that's why I'm going to exclude these points. So I'm simply going to start from this point now, and from this point I will again do the same thing, like my if my window is smaller, then increase j, increase j. Now my window size has become equal, and current map is not equal to map this time. What to do then? Simply increase the like shift the window. So add this value and remove this value. So if the map are not equal, else I simply remove the value pointed by my start. So like I will remove this particular value will be removed from the current map. So current map of start dot data, my like minus a is going to be minus minus. I'm going to remove this value. After that I'm going to move my start. So start will become start dot next, and end will become end dot next. After that I and j will also increase, because I'm increasing the value of start and end. And here as well I need to reset my I equals to 0 and j equals to 0. And one more thing that I need to do is reset current map. Reset current map, because now we are going to have a fresh start again from this particular point. This is what we are going to do. After that, okay, so this is all about this problem. I don't think I'm left with anything else. So I have shifted the window. Why I am not adding like end dot data? Because we have already added that data when we enter into this window. Like for this C, you have seen that like we have stored A, B, and when we come to this particular point, then my condition for window size become equals to true. Let me explain this particular thing in code. This is the code for the problem. So here you can see that okay, I'm having C++ code here and Java code here. This boolean is equal method is simply going to check whether my two maps are equal or not. So a and b are my two maps in the form of array, and it is going to run loop from I equals to 0 to 26. It is a O of one loop, and it is going to check whether the values are equal or not. After that, we are going to have an array list answer, and even here we have a vector node answer. So we are going to have st and I. These are going to act as one unit, and this and j is going to act as another unit. And I'm going to store the value of string in a map which is having a name map. After that, I have one more map which is current map, and current map is storing like the value of current year. So this is something which is denoting the size of window, and if the size of window is smaller than the length of string, so I'm going to simply add the value of like character. After that, if my size become equal to string length, then first of all I'm going to add the value of like end dot data, and after that I'm going to check whether map are equal or not. So if map are equal, then I'm going to do same set of steps that I have explained you in the approach, and else I'm going to shift the window. You can see here that I'm shifting the window, and even you can see here after that my answer list will be storing the answer like all the non-overlapping anagrams of a particular given string in a linked list. So this is all about the problem. I hope you guys like the solution. If you like the solution, then hit the like button. Thank you.